Hi friends, this is Ouassima and welcome to this video where I am representing or presenting to you some decks that you can use in your healing sessions or in your spiritual path, and that are related to ascension or to connection to higher realms. For me, of course, it might be different for each of us, and you might not believe in this point of view. You might not believe in Starchilds or Lemurian childs, and that's okay. That's totally okay. Just be open and discover these decks, maybe through different eyes. And this deck, I'm sure you know about it. It has been presented and represented in many channels on YouTube. I love it so much that I have it in my indie deck shop. If you didn't check it out, check my shop where I host or I have many different decks that come from USA and Canada and UK, so that they can be available for my European friends and even in Australia, because we have the shipping is less consequent than if you order them from Canada, for example. So as I want to bring in this deck out, I just saw this Scaraby, or we can connect it to Capri, the god, the Egyptian god. It's a symbol that is well known in the Egyptian archaeology and Egyptian spirituality also, because it is related to the birth, rebirth, resurrection, to the sun, bringing the sun again. And it's a solar deity. For me, it's an insect that is sacred. So if I see it, especially here in Portugal, sometimes we encounter this insect, this animal insect on the beach. And for me, it's a so big sign, a good sign, good omen. And it's related to the connection to the spark of creation, to the oneness, to rising as the phoenix, rising from the depth of the shadow to the light. So talking about this, I don't know why I'm talking about that, but I just saw this symbol, and I wanted to talk about this Starchild tarot because I find it really interesting, at least through the colors, to connect to the stars. Look at these colors, and I prefer this large edition. Really, I prefer it far better for me. It is far better than the small edition, because the wide borders for me bring this picture into a controlled environment in a way. So I don't feel that I am getting into this energy without having the structure or without having a way to return. It's weird to describe it, but this is how I felt. The other thing that I like about this deck is the variety of people that you can find inside. You find young people, not that old, but from many cultures, with many appearances, colors, that present the different colors of humanity. The other thing that I like maybe less in this deck, even if I really love it, is that most or a lot of cards appear more ethereal. They are not that practical. And if you compare it with the Moonchild, which is somewhere, I don't have the box, but I'm having it here because I'm using them. The Moonchild is more practical, is more colorful, warm, and maybe people will like this one more than this. However, if you use these decks as an energy tool, as a tool for your altar, this will be good. This will be really good. And you don't need too much cards. You might want to bring just one card. At the moment, I had the two decks in my altar, and I have these two. So I have the Eight of Wands and I have the King of Crystal, because I am working on some projects and I am bringing them to the end. So these two cards act as activators for me for this project. And the way if you see this as a way to finish them and bringing them to fruition and to the public. And this card as the King of Crystal helps me to manifest this project and bring it to the earth. So I see the tarot decks and oracle decks as activators when I practice this way. It's not all the time like that, but for some decks, for some practices, I use them this way. So if we look at the guidebook, we have the Crystal Child Tarot made by, why don't I remember all the time, people? Created by Danielle Noah. I have short memory. I have very short memory. The guidebook, of course, is very good one, compact. You find the meaning of the cards, you find the way to shuffle, the way to cleanse, the way to ask the cards, and it's very interesting and harmonious oracle, because you find that the style, the graphic design works so well all together. It was really, really well put all together. Then what I love this part. Let me see if you can. This part is so good. If you like journaling with decks, this is really good part that has been added. So you find tarot journal ideas, the date, the question or the concern, the keywords, the feelings. So you are not obliged to use this template, but you can get inspiration. You can be inspired to use this type, or for example, just take the reflection of the card, the tarot spread you made, and what you have learned, and you can go further than that. Then you have some spreads. You have the past, present, future. You have the Celtic cross spread. Then you have the starseed spread, the Akashic spread, like this, and the Metatron spread. Didn't we talk about Metatron the last time? Did we do this spread without knowing? The light, but maybe light like this. Do you see? I mean, I'm having problem with this focus. Yeah, tried all the different parts. Thank you for being patient with me while I'm experiencing this new camera. Okay, so why don't we look at these cards as activators for today, and maybe I can share with you some ways to interpret them. You can choose these cards intuitively, or you can pick them consciously. For example, as you have a project or an intention, do it intuitively for the intention for today. And we have the Nine of Wands. And we have the Four of Crystals. This is interesting that we got this mixed again. And did we talk about the quality of the cards, which is wonderful? Wonderful. I mean, some won't like it because they are big, they are matte finished, they are, it's like you need to hold them with two hands. But I love it. Why I don't, maybe for the future, I already talked about the edges, and I would love for my decks and the decks that creators do, that it will be less chemical for the edges. But I know that it is beautiful. So we have here the Nine of Wands. Things are moving quickly. There is the entrance, there is the doorway. So let's imagine that we are getting through this doorway here. We get through and we find the Four of Crystals. The Four of Crystals, sometimes they talk about condensing things. So I would like to see the Four of Crystals, what we say here about them. the three, the four, okay, the four of crystals. Although you have reached a wonderful state of success, it may be a good time to take a closer look at your priorities. You are spending too much time focusing on materialistic things or personal affluence, such as possessions, the accumulation of wealth, or social status. You should continue to take pride in all that you have achieved, but not let the illusion of physical wealth get in the way of who you really are. This can indicate the desire for stability, settling, or a conservative lifestyle that prevents any risk-taking behavior. It can also reflect hoarding or negative attachments that stunt personal growth or change. Is there a void you are trying to fill emotionally by holding on to things that mask a sense of security in your life? All right, so we have the door. We are getting this chance of freeing ourselves from a dense energy, of a dense, maybe mind construct that we have about maybe physical possessions or about physicality, about a project, about a house. Maybe we are holding too much tight to something in our daily life, a position we have in our work, and that we don't want to, let go our idea or let go our position, and we don't want to put energy into sharing and maybe finding a common solution. Then we have this come in here, and I want to pick another card as a we have oppression. We've got oppression. So this card is the devil. So it's like the deck for today is telling us that we've got the opportunity to cleanse this energy, but also to meet with our shadow to see why are we acting this way. Why are we acting from a position of not letting go things, wanting to hold to an idea, to a concept, to an image, to a dream that is not ours? There is a choice. I see here a choice. We have the material possession things, and we have this heart, maybe a more spiritual vision of the things. So we have a choice that is offered to us. What are we going to do? What are you gonna choose? So I'm gonna pick another card to see what can help us in this decision, and what can help us to activate the letting go thing, or help us to activate our higher wisdom for this situation. And I've got the Three of Wands. So I will put the Three of Wands over here because I want the energy to open to a new form of energy and releasing these two. Okay, so I put this card here, the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card about passion, about seeing the future, about projecting our desires, our new dream into the future, and maybe putting the first steps towards it. Is it telling us that we are holding too much to these things, to this position, image, dream, or something like that, because we forgot to look for a new dream? Maybe we forgot our passion. Maybe we need to be more motivated in our actual work, to find something that comes and really make our heart joyous about this job. And it's really talking about job matter here. I feel something regarding job coming here for one of the people who are looking or watching. So this card, I will put these two cards together as activators, the doorway to a new belief, to a new energy of hope, of anticipation, of changing the focus. You see that this person is looking to the other direction. She don't look at this position, situation that is condensed anymore. She's looking to something new. You might want also to put this card as an activator over these two, as a way to remove the condensed energy that is in here, to put more easygoing energy, to put more magic. If you see this card, it's a magical card. It's the card of youth. It's the card of, oh, let's go. I am passionate about that. Oh, I want to try this. Oh, what about putting my focus into my passion, into creative project? So you can put this card here and bring this doorway in here as activator. So this is a quick example. You can use this deck for, and it works beautifully. I love using it that way, and you can continue because it doesn't stop. It's like a discussion you have with your own deck. You ask it what is going on for the moment, what do I need to work on, and you continue talking with it. I love spreads. I mean, if you are in the group Study Your Tarot Deck in 21 days, you know that I like prompts, I like spreads, but I like also letting the cards come to me and talking with me about what is going on in the energy field and what can I do about it. At the end, as usual, you can put a crystal. Let me see what crystal wants to come in for today. I want to put a sapphire in here. Okay, I want to put this in here as a cleanser, tourmaline. Obsidian, do I have an obsidian? I don't have it here, but maybe I want to put this quartz in this card as an amplifier. So I will put it just here as an amplifier for your project or for your passion, and here as cleanser of the oppression. And the sapphire for me just wants to come. I don't know why. Maybe for because the sapphire for me is related to Archangel Michael. Maybe he wants to show you that the strength is not in holding too much into position. Strength also is to choose where to put your strength, where to put your power. So yeah. Okay, so I will meet you for another video soon, and wishing you very, very nice day. Don't forget to like this video. Tell me if you like this deck. Tell me also if you are liking this series, and bye bye.